SR's anti-roll ball joint kit that we're going to be taking a quick look at today is a good OEM quality replacement option for my 10 through 14 owners out there that are in need to replace a worn out joint from years of abuse. Installation wise, this is going to call for a fairly involved 2 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter and around a 4-hour job. I will have more for you coming up on this later. So ball joints, what are they? Well, in the simplest terms here, guys, it is an enclosed spherical bearing that connects the control arm to the steering knuckle or the spindle. It's a ball and socket design, so think about it being just like your hip or a pitcher's arm, and after some time, it needs to be replaced because they get worn out. Now, a bad or a worn out ball joint creates poor handling, makes it difficult or even impossible to get your alignment back into spec, which then results in uneven or premature tire wear. Now, typical symptoms or signs of a bad joint can be characterized by clunking, excessive vibration from the front, but from what I found in previous experiences that the steering wheel has a little bit of a tendency to travel from your hands and just leaves you with a bad feeling driving your car. So replacing them will give you a noticeable improvement in steering feel, your handling, and above all, it's gonna keep you safe, guys. Now, above all, these aren't only beneficial to keep you in check on the streets, but their benefits in terms of performance are great too. Swapping your factory ball joints for a kit that's more performance-oriented has many benefits, and first and foremost, you're going to be getting your geometry back in a check. This is a must for lowered Mustangs or for owners out there that are thinking about lowering their car, because when you're lowering your car, you throw off your suspension's geometry. Installing the anti-roll ball joints will improve this because they're raising the spindle relative to the pivot of the ball joint. Now, that raises the roll center back into the correct range, which results in reduced body roll, faster steering response, and an overall improvement in your grip up front. So manufactured right here in the US, these are built with a longer ball stud, which aids in achieving an optimal negative camber curve for lowered cars, which again is going to help you with handling. Now looking closer here, guys, these are built up of a forged SAE 4140 chromoly steel studs that are enclosed in a forged SAE 1045 housing, which are then heat treated for strength and durability. Now every surface is CNC machined for a precision fit and finish. Now the units are then sealed with specially designed CR rubber boots, which will last a lifetime. Now another great thing about them is that they're greasable, which means that dirt and debris can be flushed out, which is just going to further extend their life. Now all internal housing parts are made from a low friction nylon to preserve your factory steering feel and give you that much better feedback. But additionally, these guys are strength tested and exhibited tensile strength to be nearly 4 times as strong as your factory OE ball joint. In terms of the pricing, expect to spend around $130 to get these out of your car, which isn't all that bad because they're definitely stronger than the factory components, along with being optimal for a lowered car or an owner that's looking to lower their car. Taking a look at the installation, guys, this is a solid 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter here, about a 4-hour job needing the entire toolbox, a ball joint press kit, a Ford service manual, jack and jack stands, and I definitely suggest having another set of hands there to help because it's pretty heavy for lack of a better description. Now you're going to begin by getting your car off the ground and pulling your front wheels off, and then work on removing the 2 bolts holding the steering rack to the K-member, which will allow you to move the rack to gain access to the front control arm bushing. Now you'll want to work with 1 control arm at a time via removing the 2 bolts at the rear of the arm holding the hydro bushing on. And once the bolts are removed, pull the control arm, and you're going to need to use a pry bar to release the ball joint stud from the clamp, where you can then remove the OEM ball joint using the bushing press. Now using the press, reinstall the ball joint. Make sure to press the joint in until the retaining ring is able to be seated in the ring groove on the top side of the control arm. After that, you'll then replace the control arm with the new ball joint. Now first install the nuts and bolts for the rear hydro bushing, but make sure not to tighten them. Now next up, replace the nuts and bolt for the front bushing. Once you're done there, align and install the clamp bolt, and then once it's in position and tighten all 4 nuts and bolts. So once you're done here, install the provided grease fitting at the bottom of the ball joint, and then repeat the process on the opposite side. Now much easier said than done, I know, but once you're done there, get everything back together and then head out for an alignment, and then you're good to go. So that's going to wrap up my quick review and breakdown of SR Performance's anti-roll ball joint kit fitting the 2010 through 2014 Mustang. That can be found right here at AmericanMuscle.com.